Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Sea Power. Today, Operation The Sun Rises. The enemy armed group, Dawn Wolves, has occupied the Senkaku Islands, Yonaguni Island, and Tarama Island, where they have likely established defensive positions and deployed air power, anti-air, and anti-ship weapons. Additionally, enemy fleet activity has been confirmed in the surrounding waters, making the securing of sea control an urgent priority. Objective: eliminate the enemy defense force and secure both sea and air superiority. We are to neutralize enemy naval forces and threats at sea. We are to seize enemy strongholds at Yonaguni Island and Tarama Island. We are to destroy enemy bases on Senkaku Island and neutralize their surveillance capability. The full scale of enemy forces remains unknown. Intelligence suggests that they may be operating state-of-the-art weaponry, requiring careful and strategic actions. Stay alert for new developments during the operation and adapt accordingly. That's what we're doing today. This is an operation that I found on the workshop that requires many mods, including the new threat upgrade. So we're going to see some very advanced weapon systems. Now let's see what we have. We have our airbase here, and this is a Japanese airbase which gets F-15As, F-4s, oh, an E-3. We don't have an E-3 up yet, so let's get that going. RF-5C. I want to have closer recon with other assets. Always launch EA-6Bs. They're just too good to overlook. P-3Cs. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing ASW yet, so I don't want to launch these with ASW or ship. Next up, CH-46. Okay, not that interested. We have Group 19. Eagles. Peace Eagles at that. Oh, look at this wing. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, boys. Now, what are these boys packing, then? We are looking at 4 Sidewinders and 4 Sparrows. Very good. I'm not sure why we're flying over here. Maybe we're expecting some variety of trouble. I'm going to turn these up to a higher altitude, though, because I don't like the way that they're currently sitting this low. Oh, hold on. That goes for everybody. Go to 37. I need you to return to formation if you haven't already. Okay, what else we got? Well, I'm seeing a submarine. This is a Japanese Los Angeles. Did they borrow something? I don't know. Stream the Totore. Even at 9 knots, we should be able to find some stuff. We got group name 2. Oh, boom. Hello. Oh, a carrier. Sorry, I mean an aircraft carrying destroyer, because the Japanese are not supposed to have aircraft carriers. They're a self-defense maritime force. What do we get? What do we get? We get F-4EJ Kai. Lots of them. 28 birds. Okay. Air-to-air. We get access to Sparrows and Sidewinders. That's a lot of Sidewinders. 6 of them. Air-to-air long range. 4 Sparrows, 4 Sidewinders. We have an air-to-air heavy with 6 Sparrows and 4 Sidewinders. So this is a bit more long range. This is a bit more short range. We have anti-ship loadout with 3 harpoons. We have 5 harpoons on an F-4. Damn. Strike. That's a dumb bomber. That's another dumb bomber with twice the loadout. We got closed air support with 6 Mavericks and 6 bombs and 4 Sparrows. We got a seat loadout with a couple of Shrikes. We have access to Shrikes and Rockeyes. We have strike precision. Good lord, you can load these out for absolutely everything. Right now, since I don't have top cover yet, we're going to launch air-to-air. Yeah, let's get that first. I'm going to say I want to have a couple of those Sparrow heavy birds. So let's get 2 of those air patrols out there. I also want to have an E-2C.
On station.
Maybe even 2 of them.
On station.
Distance here is... oh, it's 70 miles. We'll be able to see that from very far away. What else we got? ES-6Bs. Yes, please. An electronic warfare bird. S3 AJs. ASW. Or anti-ship. But anti-ship gives me bombs. So first you're going to launch harpoons at them, and then you're going to go and bomb them? Look, that's not going to work for me. I do want to have a couple of ASW birds out there. You never know if there's something threatening these forces here. Next, we got HSS-3Bs. Lots and lots of them. These are, I'm assuming, helicopters? Come on, give me the unit reference. Yeah, it's a helo. I guess it's their version of the Sea King. It is equipped with a SW loadout, so bit of buoys, bit of torpedoes, lots of torpedoes, fewer buoys, or many buoys, no torps. Well, we already got the S3s looking at the submarine threat, so I don't think we need to worry about that. E3 has taken off. E3, please assume your altitude. I'm going to assume that they already know where my airport is, because it's typically a given. So let's just turn the radar on anyway. Air search on. And let's just take a position here. Where are you guys set to go? You're set to go towards the airport. Okay. Until we have more air patrol up, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say I want to have 2 more F-15 squads. Yeah, air to air. Let's just go with 2 groups of 2. There. EA-6B is gonna, at least for now, stay around. I don't know where the threat's gonna come from. We have lots of moving parts on this one, so I'm gonna be clicking around between many different units. We already got... You launched real fast. Oh, you got 4 catapults? Good lord. That's a lot of power on a carrier. There comes the E2C. Next is going to be, I think, the S3. Or the other EA6.
On station.
Yeah, it's the EA6. That catapult is under steam right now. Oh, both. All of them are under steam. We're going to launch simultaneously? Oh, these shots, though. I cannot get enough of those carrier launch shots. There's another. That's the ASW bird. And here comes the other ASW bird. And away we go.
On station.
Alright, time to start giving people some orders. Because at present, I don't really have that many things going for them. Sakura, you are one of my air patrollers. You're gonna go there. Sakura 1 takes southwest. We have a Shogun. Oh crap. Minimize that. Shogun, remind me, what are you? You're an airborne early warning. Okay, you're gonna take up southwest. And you're gonna go that at altitude. So 30k. I'm not gonna turn my radar on here. Sume 1. I am going to start deploying sonar buoys with... what's that? Tora? Tora. Okay, what do we have? Shokaku. I'm going to say range 10 miles. This is typically something I do just to make sure where I... well, to know where I drop buoys. I'm going to assume that if a submarine is between the LA and my fleet here, it's been detected. Because the LA is only 35 miles out. So it's possible that something is sneaking through, but I kind of doubt it. Which means that with the LA there, I don't have to drop buoys, well, I'm going to assume about 10 miles around from the LA. If something really sneaky is around, maybe. But for everything else, it's just going to be sonar buoys. So let's have them do that automatically. I'm going to say I want to have these intermittent. And I want you to lay these buoys like that. That's Control-Alt and then right-click. And you get your nice spread. Set these to intermittent. Control-Alt there. And let's immediately queue up another order there. There's a bit of a line there. Oh well. You're going to also set sonar buoys there. And the LA is going to have to clear out everything else. So that'll keep these aircraft busy for a while. Tsume 2 and Tsume 1 are my... no, you're... hold on. Shogun is the airborne early warning. You're only 9 miles out from the fleet. I don't want that. By the way, what's the rest of the fleet? I'm just so busy on the carrier. This is Kirishima. That is a Congo. It is an Arleigh Burke. But the Japanese have made some some differences with this particular ship. What do we get? Lots of standard missile 2s. We got land strike tomahawks. We get a couple of anti-ship tomahawks. We get harpoons. These are standard harpoons, so 65 miles only. Guns, close-in weapon systems, offensive ECM. Nice. Rock, 6 Mark 16 torpedoes. Sorry, Mark 46 torpedoes. No aircraft. Huh? Might have to do with the fact that they don't have a flight deck. Yes. Chokai? Same. Asagiri. Asagiri class destroyer. Armed with a couple of Rim 7 Sea Sparrows. We got harpoons, we got rocks, 22 torpedoes. That's a lot. You do have a flight deck, and your flight deck contains a Sea Sprite, capable of going with the ASW loadout. I suspect that these boys are not using... Oh, you got an active variable depth sonar. Fancy. Let's start streaming the towed decoy at least. You have a towed decoy as well, and you got a towed sonar array. Deploy that below there. Deploy that. Okay, Tsume 1. You're the electronic warfare bird. You're gonna stay up here. If there's missiles coming in, I think that we'll have early warning from Shogun 1. So, given that those missiles might be sea skimmers, I want to have this thing stay fairly low. I don't want to have it go up. E3A. Oh. I'm so busy with organizing units. I'm not even detecting the threat. We have a Luda Delta or a Luda Delta Tango. These guys are armed with CHSA-4s, which are anti-surface and anti-aircraft missiles out to 10 miles. Not that big of a deal. We have anti-ship missiles, 43 miles. And we got the what? Anti-submarine mortar. Okay. Depth charge launcher. Another anti-submarine torpedo, depth charge, guns, and, well, something that resembles a close-in weapon system, I guess. He's in formation with that, so that's hostile. I think it's time to start launching some more birds from Shikaku. We are looking at two threats, which are somewhat capable, I guess, of dealing with some harpoons. If I'm gonna throw, I don't know, 15 a pop, that might be overkill. So I'm gonna say I want to have 2 flights of 2 birds. 2 and 2.
On station.
Okay.
On station.
E3A on station. You're... Oh, we also got Coil. Coil is my small patrol, I think.
2, Roger. Go to altitude. 3, Roger.
Go to Angel 37. Coil 3. Guard that E3 from attack. We still got that big wing over there. I'm not really sure what to do with it. So we'll just keep that around. EA6B, maintaining position. But the other EA6B is going to help out. So that is... Tsume. Tsume, you're going to move here. You're going to start jamming these things. I don't want to give these guys any opportunity to at least deflect some missiles. Alright, so by now we should start seeing some additional planes on the deck. How many elevators you got? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you keep getting up these birds so fast. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a fantastic aircraft carrier. Sorry, destroyer. What are you packing yourself? 96 Sea Sparrows! Okay. Range 14 miles. It's a purely defensive weapon. I'm curious what their reload's going to be, because most of the time they're going to reload of 30 minutes, I think. So send these things out, and you'll be waiting for a while. Wait. Crap, I gave them the wrong loadout. Okay, fine. We have additional air patrol. I gave them the wrong loadout? Okay, fine. Go here. If we can launch aircraft that fast, shouldn't be a problem. So, air-to-air heavy, no. Anti-ship heavy. Oh, that's what I picked. Right, never mind. Anti-ship heavy, 2. Anti-ship heavy, 2. Good. Yep, all elevators are working on this carrier. That's phenomenal. Look at that. Look at that. Just like I'm taking drone pictures again. I live in a port close to, let's say, one of the bigger lakes in the Netherlands. And I love just taking my drone out and taking shots of sailboats, motorboats, yachts, whatever I can find. I have not ever seen one of these things around, though. Mostly because the Netherlands doesn't even have an aircraft carrier. Anyway, what else are we looking at? Because there might be more threats that I've overlooked since. No. I'm getting a lot of buoys away. I'm going to turn off the sonar buoy layer because I think it's going to be a bit overwhelming. There. We're going to do a bit more forward defense towards that side. With the Sakuras. And here is Sakura 7. Did you launch both you and your wingman already? Wow. Oh, hold on. No, sorry. This is the forward patrol. Here is Sakura 9. Just taken off. And you are armed with your 5 harpoons. Dangerous. 2 sparrows as well. Alright, there's the other guy. Alright, Sakura 9. I need you to move up to this position. I'm going to try and hit them from 2 different angles, so that the harpoons ideally will target the biggest radar profile for them. And also I'm going to give them a more difficult job to defend against those missiles. So you're going to go there, you're going to go here. Go to 37. Are you up to 37? You're not. Go to 37. 37,000 feet generally gives you the better longevity at these points. Alright, let's get some puzzle pieces in position, and then see if we can find some other things, because apparently we still have to deal with, I'm thinking, bases here. So let's start sending this bird out. Surface search on. I doubt it's going to see more than the E3. But, hey, why not? EA6B in position. No, might as well have this guy jam as well. Off you go. Go to 20. Tsume, the electronic warfare bird, go to 20. Alright, let's get some things into position. As I'm inspecting this Luda DT, we finally have it confirmed. There is another EM emission. Not sure what it is, but it's coming in northwest, heading southeast, doing 12 knots. Already confirmed hostile. So we're gonna have to figure out what this thing is. What's a 1143? A Kuznetsov? It's a strut pair, it's a top steer, or a cross sword search. Okay. 24 miles. I doubt we'd pick that up that far. Top steer, 81 miles, possibly. And the other one is the strut pair, air search radar, 149 miles. Now they got a Kuznetsov. This is going to be a bit more complex. This is going to be a bit more complex. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy. Considering we're in a bit more modern territory, and Russian ships typically are quite scary, I don't know what their capabilities are. If they got some extremely long-range missiles and they somehow manage to detect this aircraft carrier, I'm going to be in trouble. Let's preemptively set Yamagiri front and Asagiri as well. So the carrier is basically going to be flanked by Chokai and Kirishima, which are the Congos, and then the smaller ships slightly farther in front, so they can potentially help out a bit more. Also, I don't really feel the need to rush my carrier into anything. I'm going to go ahead 1/3 and just stay within my Sonobuoy nest. The LA... It's 300 miles out. At 20 knots, that's 15 hours of sailing. It could be a long mission like that. I got harpoons and I got Mark 48s. Mark 48s are great. It's just that I presently have a lot of missiles ready to go. So, at the moment, I'm not really sure I need the LA. Let's just not use her for the time being. As for the rest of the aircraft, the EA6B and Sakura 9 are linking up at this point. Tsume 1 and Sakura 11, Sakura 11 linking up there. This range circle is 65 miles, so we should be in position pretty quick to launch our missiles, coming in from 2 different angles. At this point, we're going to start jamming these units. We're going to have to close in with these electronic warfare birds. Otherwise, I'll not have the range.
Roger. Turn 277.
Close in, I don't know,
Roger.
40 miles? What's your jamming range these days? About 40 to 50. I'd say 50 miles, give or take. 50 miles.
Bowie away.
Sakura 1-1.
Roger.
You're almost in range. Sakura 9 almost in range. Get into that range circle, because that's 64.3, so that's harpoon range. We're going to target 7001, 7002. Oh. Second contact. We got a Type 55. This mod, or sorry, this scenario, as I said, required quite a few mods. And this is one of them. The Type 55 Renhai class guided missile destroyer, equipped with the HQ-9. This is China's third generation mid to high altitude medium to long range missile for air defense, with a range of 65 miles. Impressive anti-air capability. That is just shy of harpoon range. That's a problem.
Bowie away.
The YJ-18 strike 350 miles. It's the SSN-27, subsonic cruise speed, terminal supersonic attack speed up to Mach 3. Designed to target ships at sea, but it can be launched by air from ships and submarines. Good lord. Shall we not? That's that... Yeah, that's the torpedo. HQ-10, anti-aircraft, 5-mile range. Short range SAM. The HPJ-38, anti-surface projectile. I'm thinking that's their gun. And then the Type 1130. Given that it's only got a short range. Is that a Suez? Or this?
Bowie away.
I'm not really sure. Oh, it could be this thing. Right here. Suez. Right. So that's a heck of a threat.
Roger. Turn 2.
What's their range currently to my formation? Because I really do not want to... They're already in range. Yikes. Okay. The airbase. Let's start launching some P3s. We're gonna have to deal with those ships soon. We can throw out 12 missiles like this. We can throw out another 12 missiles like that. That's all the P3s. That'll take the aircraft a couple of minutes to get up to speed. I think you're close enough. You're jamming. Or rather, he's getting jammed. He's not, because he doesn't have his radar active. Nevertheless, jam from 2 different directions. Sakura 9. Sakura 11. Range for you 65 miles. Range for you 63 miles. Hold position, please. Sakura 1-1, move in. Range 6.5. Range 6.3, 6.2. Suma is also jamming. Excellent. Salvo 5. Target 7002. Sakura 9. Salvo 5. Whatever. Salvo 8. Target 7001. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Job done. RTB. Or are you not going to Winchester? You are not going to Winchester. That is curious. Most of the time, if you got an anti-ship loadout, they just return to base. So, let's tell them to go back to the carrier. Sakura is in here somewhere. RTB. You guys have done your job. You can go home now. In the meanwhile, those missiles are going to be streaking almost at sea level. Coming in at 540 knots, jamming from 2 different directions. Pretty textbook. Now, those Type 55s, they scare me. This thing and its very modern radar systems and capabilities are scary. I just looked at the weapon systems. What can it see? 300 miles! Air search directed radar. Or rather, air directed search radar, S-band. 302 miles. Anything up from 33 to 200,000 feet with 64 weapon channels. So that's an active phased array radar, I think. Tiny surface searcher, probably. A hull-mounted sonar with a range of 20 miles passive, 18 active. Towed array sonar, 24 passive, no active. And ESM. That's a nice destroyer you got there. Nice destroyer. Now, I know I can pan the camera around and have a look at what 7003 is, but I'm not going to. I think that's a bit of cheating. And at the moment, I don't wish to do that. What I do want to know is what's the status on the P3s. They're taken off. So we got backdoor 1-1. Backdoor 1-2 just took off from the airbase. Backdoor 1-3 probably standing by. Yep. We got lots of P3s being readied for operations. As we should. I think we're also going to need a jammer. But getting a jammer in that close is going to be difficult. Because their radar is so good, they will probably detect it. Unless I fly really low and pop up late, well, let's say late phase. So let's get an electronic warfare bird in there. I'm not even sure if sending 24 missiles after 2 of these ships is enough. Because that looks very VLS to me. As does that. And if they got those pretty damn good HQ-9s, they can start shooting down my missiles pretty soon. I gotta get the P3s to fly low. Yeah, as low as they can, pretty much like 200, maybe 50 feet above water, and make sure that they get detected as late as possible. If at all. Backdoor 1-1, assume formation. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait. In the meanwhile, let's see how those looters are faring. Nice dual angle. Turn on the weapon seeker layer. Turn off the sonobuoys again. Yep, they should target just their own ship. Well, I mean not their own ship, but their own target. Alright, excellent work. That should eliminate these two. And then we'll see what else we need to target. Oh, it's a second? Oh. Okay. So you are the Kuznetsov. From 1991. What do you bring to the fight? No, that's the Renai. This changes everything. SSN 19 missiles, 378 mile range. Nice. RBU 12,000. That's the Smerch 2 with a range of 6.4 miles. I don't really worry about that because I'm never going to park a submarine that close. SAN 11, 6.5 mile anti-aircraft or anti-surface range. They got the Kashtan, projectile, aircraft, Su-33s. I wonder if they'll launch them. Because the AI typically doesn't do that. Although lately they have been changing. These things can... Oh no. They can carry sunburns. This is going to be a deadly opponent if it ever launches. R-73s, 10 miles. Su-10s, 45 miles. R-27EM, 65 miles. The S-8's a rocket pod. And that's just one of their aircraft. The other is the Su-33. I think a different squadron. Same loadout. And then probably helicopters. Yeah, K-27s. Great. So that is going to change the deal. Substantially. Because 12 missiles might kill the Type 55. 24 missiles is definitely not going to kill this. Because they'll intercept things. Also, he's probably not alone. Let's get the E3 a little closer. I'm going to get some better information on that. At least we know where the threat's going to come from. Missiles. Approaching target, 18 miles out. Nice tight grouping there. But there should be... Oh yeah, there's a bunch more. There we are. There's the rest. Okay, so we're looking at an aircraft carrier that needs killing. We only have these guys up, but the aircraft carrier ourselves, Shikaku, can also launch some additional gear. Okay, boys, fly low. Actually, go to 50 feet. Backdoor 1, same orders, 50 feet, get low. Try not to get your ass detected, because they will obliterate it. Another Type 50... No, hold on, this is Type 55, this is Type 54. This thing has the Seawiz on the side, what you got? HQ-16s. 21 miles. Anti-aircraft, anti-surface. They got anti-surface missiles with a range of 156. Medium range anti-ship cruise missile. Great. And the rest, that's your gun. You also got the RBU-1000 right there up at the bow. And finally that, I think, self-defense weapon. How many of these ships are there and how are we picking them up? We're picking them up on their emissions? Not even our own radar? How far away is the E3? 250 miles.
Roger.
What's your radar range? 297 miles. Interesting. You'd think we'd pick them up by now. Oh, we're getting some radar warning receivers from some of these contacts here. I think they're both lighting up now. Yeah, they know that there's a problem. They're not wrong. There is indeed a problem. A sizable one at that. And I think that we'll see both of these ships get destroyed almost immediately. They might shoot down half the missiles of the salvo, but I think that'll be it. There's the guns. I just hope that not all of these harpoons are going to target one cloud of chaff. That would be such a waste. Splash. There's the chaff. Nobody's taking the bait yet. I'm surprised I'm not seeing missiles. These guys are jammed, yes, but they should still be able to start sending missiles. That's the smaller projectile weapons. Pop-up phase. And he's gone. There's no other way about this. He's gonna get hit by 8 harpoons. Instant lifeboats. What about the other guy? He's still fighting. Judging by where the missiles are getting targeted by the guns. Looking at... He's changing course as well. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful simultaneous strike. I think he might survive for a few minutes and then abandon ship. No, he's gone. Okay, so that's them gone. Excellent job. Ceasefire, ceasefire. Right. This is going to turn into another long series of videos, I think. Because this is going to be a big threat. So, I'm going to end it here. Join me next time to see how we're going to deal with all of this stuff. Because there is not just the Kuznetsov, there's a whole line of ships. And there's... Oh my god, there's 3 more. Okay. We're going to slay the beast. Somehow. Next episode. Thank you for watching. If you want to see the next episode right away, you can. Just sign up as a member. Hit the join button down below, and you can get early access to my videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for part 2.